In this video, we are going to build a finance app. We start by developing our Figma Make skills and understand how each skill works. Next, we will dive into prompting in Figma Make. We will cover how many AI credit is consumed by each prompt and what each prompt actually costs. Once the app is built, we will upload our CSV data. We will let our financial app that was built in Figma Make to clean it up. And finally, we would build our dashboard in Notion. So let's get started. My first prompt is very simple. Build me this front-end app using the CSVs attached. Even though it is simple on the surface, but under the hood we are using a skill called React Finance Expert. So this is what it looks like building a skill for Figma Make. We always give it role, context, and task. And for the role, we are telling it to specialize in React and TypeScript and only focus on the client-side data handling. If you didn't know, Figma Make is built with React and TypeScript, and we want the data handling to be all done on the client side, which is the front end, because we don't have any backend to connect with. So now if we move to the context, we are telling Figma Make how it receives the data, and it is receiving it as a CSV financial upload. If we look at the financial data that we upload to Figma Make, we see that the dates are organized on the column side. So each column is actually organized by year. However, when we upload it, we want these to be added in a row, and we only want to extract, for example, total revenue when a CSV is uploaded and ignore the rest. So for the context, we're telling Figma Make, look for column headers to extract the date. Also, if we take a look at another CSV data that we upload, the date is actually on the row side. So we have a mixture of data that is not organized. So that's why we're giving it a second context that some dates are actually on the row oriented years. So here we're telling it more context that we want to drag and drop these multi-formatted CSV files, and we want to normalize and aggregate it. Now we're providing it a step-by-step instructions on what to do. We want to be able to have a drag and drop upload zone. We want everything to be handled on the client side because we don't have a backend. We want to sanitize the data. As you see, we had mismatches between the different years of how they are displayed. Not only we want to have this table to be viewed on the browser front end side, we also want to export everything in one final CSV, which is cleaned up and sanitized. Also, we're giving it more details on what to analyze. In this example, we're pulling these properties directly from the CSV. We know that, for example, total revenue is already in the CSV, so we're defining it this way, giving Figma Make skill additional context to work with. And finally, we're telling the Figma Make skill to use the best practices of user experience design and front-end development to build this financial app for us. It created the financial app, it extracted the data that really mattered, and it organized the years. We also have a drag and drop zone as well as the final CSV export. So this one prompt costed 260 AI credits when I used Claude Opus model. Now, if you want to turn this into the dollar amount, we have to calculate cost per prompt in Figma Make. So I live in Canada and I pay 24 Canadian dollar per month, and that gets me 3,000 credits to use in a month. But at 260 credits that was consumed in Figma Make, it costed me $2 in Canadian currency. That means 1.4 American dollar if you want to do currency conversion. In order to write good prompts, you need to spend some time developing the context and giving Figma Make exact instructions. So this way you can optimize your prompts. Even though we write an optimized prompt, we still need to tweak and fix stuff. Even though Figma Make was able to extract the year and extract the correct data for us, you can only catch these errors when you review the final output. So make sure to not accept the final output and always validate what it produces. And fixing the average calculation error consumed 130 AI credits, and that is roughly around 1 Canadian dollar. Figma Make calculated this average wrong. Here's how you actually find the bug. Figma Make doesn't just take your word for it, so you trace the data yourself. So you click the cursor icon and you jump straight to the source code. I don't need to be a developer, but I can just look at it and tell that it is actually pulling data from a DEF. So all I have to do is search for DEF. And now I can tell DEF comes from financial year data. One extra layer added, financial year data comes from financial dash types. And there it is, the closing price field. I found the source data. So now I can go back to Figma Make and give it exactly what it needs to fix. I would just write fix the bug, recalculate the average for the closing price and volume, and display it correctly in the final export. By giving Figma Make the correct instructions, Figma Make was able to fix the bug and correct the 12-month average. Now when it comes to adding a new feature, in this example I want to add a ticker symbol. Every CSV file that gets uploaded has a symbol right in the beginning of the file name. So I want to use that as a new feature to be added to the table. As you can see here, we've got the new feature, adding a ticker to the data output. The logic behind it is simple. We grab the prefix from the file name when the CSV is uploaded. So in this example, the file name would start with that ticker symbol and everything after that would be ignored. Another thing you notice is here we are using a skill which is called React Finance feature. This skill is essentially telling Figma Make to keep the code base organized. If we take a look at the skill, which is React Finance new feature, at the first glance you're seeing that the prompt is very short and it has less instructions compared to the React Finance Expert, the first prompt that we gave to build the application. And the reason is we already built this. Figma Make already followed these tasks. So every time we build a new feature, we don't want Figma Make to read through this skill, which has already been implemented. However, we are still telling it that you are a front-end React specialist, you're expert in TypeScript, and your role is to parse data on the client side, which is the front end. The context that we're giving it is the application is used to extract financial statements and metrics, and at the end we want a clean export of a CSV file. And this is how we add new features as our application grows. And then as you can see, the ticker NKE is added to the application and will be included in the final export. Adding this new feature costed us 286 AI credits, 2.2 Canadian dollar, which is 1.5 American dollar. Again, I'm using the same skill, React Finance feature, and I'm adding 4 new metrics to the existing table, and I want them to be inserted right after the PE ratio and market cap. I also want them to be included in the final export. We can now see the feature is already mapping it to the year, and if we take a look at the final results, we see it's exactly added right after the market cap, and it was able to extract the data correctly. Adding this new feature consumed 178 AI credits, so it costed us 1.4 Canadian dollar, which is 90 cents USD. So we're adding a new feature, and that is column manager. This helps us search and filter columns and check and uncheck them. This helps us only focus on metrics that matters. Also, this visibility would affect the final export, which is exactly what we want. For example, if I only want to see the total revenue, I would only check that, and when I export the CSV, only the total revenue would show at the final export. This feature costed us 446 AI credits, which is 3.5 Canadian dollar, which is 2.4 American dollar. So the reordering feature is working as expected. However, it is reordered using clicks and arrows. We're using React Finance feature, and we're enhancing the existing column manager using drag handles. At the same time, we are preserving the arrows to reorder. This will install DND library, which is drag and drop library by React, and this reordering would affect the final CSV export as well. This drag enhancement consumed 294 AI credits, that is 2.3 Canadian dollar and 1.6 USD dollar. So we're adding a new feature, and we're grouping the values in the manage column. And as you can see in the prompt, we want to group name, year, and ticker under profile, all the cash flow statements under cash flow statements, revenue, net income under financials, and this is how we want the grouping to be. For this one, we are trying to be explicit as possible. Grouping feature costed us 370 AI credits, 2.9 Canadian dollar, and 2 USD dollar. Another feature that we added is called Restructure metrics. As of now, the metrics are grouped by row. This is good if we only want to compare one company and its financial metrics. Also, we want to preserve the standard one, which is viewing it per year. So we're telling Figma Make that it's okay to have multiple 2023 years as long as the metric is different in each row. We're also telling it what metrics to include for the restructuring. For the UI requirement, we're telling it we need a toggle to switch between restructured metrics and a standard view. And we want the CSV export to respect that. If we decide to export as a standard view, the CSV should respect it. If we decide to do restructured view, which groups it by the year, the CSV export should respect that as well. A major constraint is do not alter or break the pre-existing feature. And this feature costed us 346 AI credits, which is 2.7 Canadian dollar and 1.9 American dollar. Now for the final test, we see that we have all these fragmented financial statements that are split between 5 and 6 different CSVs. Because we built this tool, now we can simply drag Nike's financial statements. It is parsed in milliseconds. It aggregates all of them for us. If we click manage column, we're able to filter, hide and show by groups, reorder them, and if we decide to restructure them, we're able to do that. And finally, if we go ahead and export this, we see all of those financial statements are merged into one clean statements for us to look at. To take this one step further, now we would import this CSV in Notion. Here we see we are doing everything exactly the same for all different companies using the same tool. And once they're all merged and aggregated in one CSV in Notion, we can take a look at the revenue. And in this example, we're comparing the revenue of Amazon, Nike, Coca-Cola, and NVIDIA. And we're creating charts all in Notion using the CSV that we sanitized. For example, if we want to take a look at actual Figma's revenue in Notion, we would filter by that. And we go ahead and select Figma and Nike, and we can compare their revenues by simply selecting them.